Hey, what is going on, you guys? It's me, ProFK Guy, and I'm going to be bringing you guys the first episode of my new series on my channel, and it is going to be called How to Become a PC Gamer. Now, I've been playing PC for around 6 to 8 months, maybe, something like that, and I do a lot of research on, like, just random stuff with PC. I like channels like Linus Tech Tips and stuff like that. I always watch like their type of stuff, motherboards.org, well, I used to, Tech of Tomorrow, stuff like that. They just they put out content that I enjoy, so I do know my stuff. I researched from June to late October, so I do know my stuff. And in this first episode, we're going to be talking about 4 things, and we're just going to go through it one by one. Let's start off with the advantages of PC, why you might want to, switch to PC. The first one and the most obvious one is graphics. The graphics are better. I don't care who says they are not. They are better. Switching from even like the lightest games such as like Call of Duty, and I know a lot of people think that like Call of Duty isn't that light. It is. You don't need that expensive of a system. So switching from this maxed out to Xbox is just a night and day difference. Like, this is so much better. And I know like tons of console fanboys, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a tad bit of a a PC fanboy, but at least I'll admit it, So yeah, graphics are way better. Second advantage is keyboard and mouse. Now, keyboard and mouse is an option. You can use something like a Xbox controller or a PS3 controller if you so desire, but I highly recommend that you go and at least try out keyboard and mouse. At least try to get used to it, because it is so much better than like controllers. Because in my opinion, like, the controller's just like really clunky and stuff, but like if you just can't get used to it, then maybe play with a controller after a while. But once you become more experienced, I definitely recommend going with keyboard and mouse, because you are going to be able to be way accurate, more accurate, not accurater, way more accurate, and just generally have better control. You can change your DPI on your mouse and like your in-game sensitivity more precise than just 14 levels like on Black Ops 2. The third advantage is, right now, if I had the money, I could buy a GTX Titan, and I will for sure have better graphics than the next-gen consoles. Yes, the next-gen consoles will have good graphics for consoles. They will beat most entry-level PCs for years to come. Now, entry-level is like $100, like really cheap stuff. Like a NVIDIA GT like 8800, or just like something like really like low, like really past like years ago. So it will beat most entry-level PCs, but it won't be like a GTX Titan level like thing. I didn't know a word, graphics level, something like that. So that's all for the advantages. I mean, I could go into like more like detail and be like, oh yeah, Steam has like cheaper games, which they do. Like whenever a game comes out, it's $60, but they do have sales that are like insane, like 75, sometimes even like 90% off. That's very rare, but 90% off is like pretty freaking awesome. And they sometimes even have free-to-play weekends, like Call of Duty Black Ops, like just a couple months ago had one. So anyways, let's move on. Let's transfer, let's pick up this topic and move it over to the side, because we're going to move on into disadvantages. First one that I can think of is less people. There is a lot less people on PC, especially on games like, once again, Call of Duty. And that's just because it's more expensive, and that's another disadvantage. It is more expensive than console, but down the road it is cheaper because of programs like Steam. And if you don't know what Steam is, it basically lets you download games from their little server thing, and you can download it, and you don't have to go out and buy it yourself or wait for it to come out in the marketplace. You can pre-purchase games and stuff like that. So, yeah. You may go on Steam and it might say there's 4 million people online, but that's just if they're signed in and they have it open. That does not mean they're playing a game. They just have to have it opened. I just thought I'd mention that. Another disadvantage, it is way easier to hack. Now a lot of people take this as like, you know, an advantage, like, oh yeah, I can, like, you know, just easily get like a mod menu on Modfer 2. Well, you're ruining the game. So, you know, Modfer 2 is already ruined. So, like, I still love that game though. I'm not hating on Modfer 2. I love you. Love you, Modfer 2. So yeah, it's way easier to hack, and you don't run into like every single like hacker ever in a game. Like, I've only ran into like 2 on Call of Duty Black Ops, and they're only walling, and that's not really that bad. And if you don't know what walling, it's like wall hack and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, wall hack's pretty bad, but it's not as bad as like an aimbot. Another disadvantage. Yeah, it's more expensive. I think I went over all of them. So, you know, advantages. Graphics, keyboard and mouse, and upgradability. Disadvantages. Hackers, lack of players, and more expensive. Now, I'm going to give you guys this tip, since it's the first episode, and, you know, I kind of want to just let you guys know about this before I forget. Prepare to be destroyed. You will be destroyed, especially if you're using keyboard and mouse. Now, if you're like comfortable with the controller and you're using that, you might do decent. But people using like even that, like if somebody's really comfortable with keyboard and mouse, they will destroy you because they're way more accurate. They know where all their buttons are. They don't have to look down at their keyboard to know what they're doing. They know what to do. So, yeah, it's just awesome. So, it's like, just prepare to be destroyed, because that's just the way it is. I was destroyed. I was obliterated by all these PC, or, you know, as I thought, PC pros. But, like, whenever I bought Call of Duty 4, which was, like, one of the first PC games I bought, I went on Pro Mod and I got destroyed. Now I go on there and I'm like, this isn't even, like, really that hard. Like, and I know that kind of makes me sound cocky, but that's just the way it was. Like, you'll suck at the beginning, you'll think it's terrible and, like, it's so difficult, but once you get used to it, and once you, like, know how to control the mouse and keyboard, and you know how to be more accurate, and, like, your in-game sensitivity and your DPI and stuff like that, you will do a lot better, and you'll be, like, an equal skill level of those people, or even better than them. Like, it's just, that's just the way it's going to roll at the beginning. So, I know I've said that like 6 million times, and I'm probably annoying the crap out of you guys, but, yeah, we're coming towards the end of this video, you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will be bringing you guys the second episode on Wednesday, and I will talk to you guys later.